Hello, today I will present my creative critical reflection slides. I'm Akira Watson, an AICE Media Studies student at Palm Beach Lakes High School. My candidate number is 2822 and center number UACE689. Today I will be answering 4 questions about my project and critically reflect on them as well. My first question is, how does your project use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? Our project uses conventions because the audience is completely unaware about what is following the character, which allows them to curate their own opinions or allow their imagination to roam, and make a guess about what is going on rather than simply revealing it. Typically, a stalker would be a male, but you don't know the gender and you don't even know whether or not they're human, or even a stalker at all. This was intentional because the suspense builds, and because of stereotypes or social norms, you likely concluded that the person following the character was male, human, and had bad intentions, or wanted to cause harm. How does it represent social groups or issues? As stated, our project represents social groups or issues because of the stereotypes that are placed on a group of people. Men usually get the bad rep of being stalkers more times than not. Not saying it's untrue, however, coming to this conclusion without further evidence simply proves wrong. How does your project engage with the audience, and how would it be distributed as a real media text? Our project engages with audiences through the lens of the person being followed. Our video uses the point of view, first person, to show what the character is going through. We also included sound effects like footsteps to create the eerie feeling and lets you feel as if you are being followed as well, making you want to know what or who is actually following you. How would it be distributed as a real media text? We would of course first advertise the opening and trailer on channels which feature our desired age group and people who enjoy horror. Between the ages of 13 to 30 would be our age group. We would advertise this film as a horror film and include that it features suspense and jump scares as well. And on the next slide, I show a few companies that we would deem our best. The applications include Apple TV, Disney Plus, Prime Video, Stars, Netflix, and even Hulu. How did your production skills develop throughout this project? Being a high schooler today, I have always been well versed in electronics. I developed more skills in terms of the production by learning more about editing, camera angles, and filming techniques. I was able to experiment with different applications to get the best finished product for my video. I also wanted to add that I was able to develop my skills early in the parts of my project where me and my partner were attempting to do an animation, and we surfed the web and app store for an application that would allow us the ability to create a worthwhile animation at the same time. However, time was not on our side, so we had to pivot away from this idea and remodel our storyboard and film as a whole. So we switched to in-person production rather than animation. The question here is, how did you integrate technology, software, hardware, and online in this project? Throughout the project, I was able to integrate technology through everything that I used for my production. I went through nearly all the Adobe apps like Photoshop, Animator, and Premiere. I even learned a few techniques simply by using my phone's photo app and iMovie as well. At one point through the project, I needed to fix the lighting, and I learned how to do it very easily as well. I integrated these by using them to edit my videos and clips, as well as any openings and titles that I would need to add. Adobe was most helpful in it, including the sound effects or music that was in my production. The video was mostly taken on my phone because I wanted to have a video that included a first-person point of view, so the audience felt and seen what I did. I did try to use a camera as well, but I found that it was more efficient to use a handheld device. On this slide, I featured the apps that I used for production and editing, which were Adobe Animate, Apple TV, Adobe Premiere, Photoshop, iMovie, and the photo app as well. Thank you for listening, and